Good morning, everyone. It's Lee Henson, President and Founder of AgileDad, and it's time for today's episode of the Daily Stand-Up. So without any further ado, let's get started. It's Monday, and it's July 5th. It's the time when we in the United States are celebrating our Independence Day. July 4th is actually Independence Day, but it's acknowledged on July 5th. So I thought it'd be fun to talk a little bit about Agile in general and to talk about independence and some things that I noticed and some things that I see going forward with regard to the Agile community. It's been written in the United States Constitution that, I guess let me rewind. The United States Constitution, and I know it's not the Declaration of Independence. Someone's already done that gig, and I did a podcast on that a couple of years ago. But I thought this would be a good opportunity for us to talk about the Constitution of the United States of America. And I don't want to focus on the whole thing because obviously it's a long document, but I'd love to focus on the preamble and read it to you and then give you an interpretation that I think is quite interesting. It states, "We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America." And I often wondered, many people have compared this to, well, in the Agile world, they compared the Agile Manifesto to this document. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of a stretch. But if I were to say, we the people of the Agile community, in order to form a more perfect workplace, to establish equality, to ensure inclusivity, to provide for collaborative communication, and promote the general well-being of our products and services in order to secure the blessings of our stakeholders and customers everywhere, do ordain and establish this Agile implementation for our company and for all those we encounter. There you go. And it just sounds so cheeky when I say it, and in no way am I trying to put a ding on the forefathers. But what I'm trying to say is, are we taking time out to figure out what we need to do to make our Agile implementation the best it can be? Are we taking time out to figure out the steps that we can take in order to help all those around us to feel included and to be part of that collaboration? And just last week, I was teaching, and I was teaching out in Layton, Utah. And it's right near Hill Air Force Base. And it was my first in-person class in probably close to 2 years. So it was kind of awesome. We've done a bunch of little private engagements with coaching and whatnot, but never a full class. So this was a full class, full room, and we're doing it live. And one of the things that at first I laughed, then I got upset, and then I got happy about was we were so close to Hill Air Force Base that you could hear fighter jets flying over all day long. At first I was in the middle of presenting and I said, all right, let me answer your question. And right when I went to open my mouth to answer the question was, it was the loudest, you can imagine, the loudest noise you ever heard. And everyone got a kick out of that. And I'm like, okay, I said, so I guess that was my explanation. But later, it happened again. It happened a third time. And I was getting a little annoyed. I said, it feels like I have to talk louder. My throat was starting to hurt a little bit. I was like, this has got to, I got to find a break. But then I realized that the sounds that I was hearing at that moment, those were the sounds of freedom. Those were the sounds that were allowing me to conduct that class and to have those teachings and to be able to promote Agile, to be able to promote independence, and to be able to promote that individuals can interact both with their team members and with other people, that there's power behind focus, that as long as we're open and honest in all of our communications and we're respectful to all those that we work with, and that we have and say and do what we say we're going to do, and we have that solid commitment, and that we act with extreme courage and behave with extreme courage and avoid situations that pull us off the path, that our country was founded on principles that were Agile. And I really do believe that if we can learn more about what we should be doing that a lot of the answers can come from the past. And what really drew me in was when I sat and thought about Independence Day, and I sat and thought about the 4th of July, which was coming up at the time, and I thought about all those things around. I thought about how grateful I was for the opportunities that I have to go into organizations and to help them with their agile transformations and to freely share my opinion in an effort to help uplift and to edify all those that I come in contact with. And I thought about how awesome it is that people can challenge even me and that people can talk about what's important to them. But I feel like we almost need solid team working agreements, and we need an understanding that's going to stand the test of time in order for us to be successful. So I guess my message on this July 5th, I'm going to keep it short so you can celebrate and spend time with your families and friends and those you love. But I want you to think about what steps can you take in order to help build that solid foundation. Much like the Constitution is the foundation of our country, what steps could you take to fill your heart with the things that are necessary in order for you to continue down a path of being an advocate for those in need? What can you do to uplift others? What can you do to build on those things that you learn? And I promise you that as an Agile organization, if you write your own preamble to your Constitution, if you put together your own declaration of Agile technique or a declaration of Agile sustainability, if you will, that I think that what you'll find is that you'll grow as an organization and that people have more respect for what they're doing because they'll have context of the why behind the what, and they'll grow to appreciate the fact that you took the time to pull it all together and to help them be successful. I hope you had an amazing 4th of July. I hope that you're enjoying your time off today. As always, we encourage you to tune in to AgileDad where you can learn more about this topic and others. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile. Until next time, my friends, do take care.